Good morning, children. Today we are going to complete the chapter Ranga's marriage, and this will be finished today. The last half of the paper of the chapter, the last two pages are to be read today. And till now, we have read that this story Ranga's marriage is all about Ranga and how he had what kind of you can say intention, what kind of point of view he had got about marrying, and how he got interested in Ratna. And there was a plan that was made by the narrator. Now he actually made a plan and he strategized the first meeting between Ranga and Ratna. And now he came to know that Ranga was very much interested in knowing something more about Ratna. And when he came to know that Ratna was already married, he was very sad, very disappointed, and his face shriveled like a roasted brinjal. Now I'm going to read from the page number 21 that can be seen on your screens. I went to our Shastri the next morning and told him, keep everything ready to read the stars. I'll come later. I tutored him in all that I wanted him to say. Now this is very important. What? The next morning, the narrator went to the Shastri and he told him that the next day he and Rangappa they would come, and he already tutored. This word is very important. Means the narrator tutored, he taught. He actually asked the Shastri to say some of the particular things. And Shastri was ready to do whatever was asked by the narrator. And he had to read the stars of Rangappa. He had to read the teep of Rangappa. I found no change in Ranga when I met him that afternoon. What is the matter? You seem to be lost in thought, I said. Now, this is very, you can say, that is really provident, and you can say intelligence that was shown by the narrator. He was actually making a plan to make Rangappa believe that something was wrong with him. And he knew that Ranga was in his own self. There was nothing new, there was nothing unusual about Ranga's behavior. But the narrator made him believe. And he said, what is the matter? You seem to be lost in thought. Nothing wrong, believe me. This was replied by Ranga. But Ranga told narrator that he was fine and there was nothing wrong with him. Headache? Come, let's go and see a doctor. But the narrator made him believe again that something was wrong, and he asked him that if he had a headache, then they could go and see a doctor. Then they could consult a doctor also. I have no headache. I am my usual self. This was replied by Rangappa. I went through the same thing when the process of choosing a girl for me was going on, but I don't think that could be a reason for your present condition. Now, this was said by the narrator. Narrator said to Ranga that he was also facing the same kind of trouble. He was also very much confused some years ago in his young age when he had to choose a girl for marriage. But this could not be the reason for the disappointment of Ranga, because Ranga was not interested in marriage at all. Ranga stared at me. Come, let's go and see a Shastri. See Shastri, I suggested. We will find out whether Guru and Shani are favorable for you or not. Now, Shastri made him, you can say, ready to go with to go no, the narrator made Ranga ready to consult a Shastri. He suggested that if Ranga was not ready to show himself or to consult a doctor, then they could see a Shastri also, and maybe Shastri would be able to read his stars. He would tell something about his future. Ranga accompanied me without without any protest. Means Ranga was ready, that he wanted to go to Shastri. As soon as Shastri saw me, he exclaimed, "What a surprise, Shyam! Haven't you seen for a long time?" Shyam is none other than your servant, the narrator of this tale. Now, Shyam is the name of the narrator, and when he means the narrator and Ranga, they went to Shastri. Shastri stood up from his chair and welcomed them, and he said that it was a surprise and he had not seen Shyam, the narrator, for a long time. After a long time, he was visited by the narrator. Shyam is none other than your servant, the narrator of the tale. Tale means the story. I got angry and shouted, "What? Only this morning?" Shastri completed my sentence. "You finished all your work and are now free to visit me." Had he not done so, I would have ruined our plan of by bursting like grains that are kept in the sun to dry. I was extremely careful of what I said afterwards. Now this is very important. I am reading this paragraph again. I got angry and shouted, "What? Only this morning?" Shastri completed my sentence. Now, what actually happened? The narrator had forgotten that he had to say that they were not in contact for last so many days, and after a long time he had visited Shastri, but he forgot, and he said that only that morning he had come, and he was interrupted by Shastri. Shastri somehow managed to give a twist and turn to the sentence that was said by the narrator, and he said, "You finished all your work and are now free to visit me." Had he not done so, he means if Shastri would not have interrupted the narrator because he forgot what he had to say, he would have spoiled the strategy, the plan that they had made for Ranga. And I was extremely careful. Means after that, whatever was said by narrator, he was very careful and he was thinking a lot before saying anything. Shastri turned to Ranga. "When did the young son of our accountant clerk come home? What can I do for him? It's very rarely that he visits us." Now, Shastri started speaking to Ranga, and he said that when did he come from the city of Bangalore, because he had gone to study there, and what he could do to him because he was never, you can say, visited by this boy before. "Take out your paraphernalia. Our Rangappa seems to have something on his mind." Now this is very important word, paraphernalia. What is the meaning of paraphernalia? Paraphernalia means a large number of objects that would be used by a professional, like for a doctor, his stethoscope, his injection syringes, and so many other things, his medicines, injections, these are called his paraphernalia. In the same way, for a Shastri, his paraphernalia would be some, you can say, cowries plus some of the pages or the things that he would use in reading the stars of somebody. Our Rangappa seems to have something in his mind. Means the narrator told the Shastri that he wanted his help because he needs to read the teep or maybe the horoscope of this boy. Can you tell us what is worrying him? And he also tells that there was something wrong with Ranga and they need his help. They need Shastri's help. And Shastri had to tell what was wrong with Ranga. "Shall we put your science of astrology to test?" There was authority in my voice as I spoke to Shastri. He took out two sheets of paper, some cowries, and a book of Palmyra leaves, saying, "Ours is an ancient science, Aya. There is a story to it, but I would not tell you the story now. This is not a Harikatha which allows you to tell a story within a story. You may get bored. I'll tell you it some other time." Now, what was said by Shastri? There was authority in the narrator's voice as he spoke to Shastri. Means the narrator was ready and he wanted that Shastri should read something about Ranga's stars, as was already tutored, because he had already said Shastri that these are the things that he should speak before Ranga, and they need to, you can say, make Ranga believe that he was interested in a girl, or maybe he was interested in Ratna. He took out two sheets of paper. Now, this is the paraphernalia I was talking about. That the Shastri, he took out some papers, he took out some cowries. Cowries here means shells, and he also had taken a book of Palmyra leaves. And he said that their science was very ancient and he would be able to read the stars related to Ranga. But I won't tell you the story. Means he said that there was a story related to all these things which he would be using, but the Shastri was not ready to tell all such things because it would take a lot of time. Shastri moved his lips fast as he counted on his fingers and then asked. Now, Shastri was very, you can say, wise, and he was pretending, he was showing, you can say falsely, that he was counting something, but he was not making any calculations. He started making calculations on his fingers, but all this is fake because he was pretending. He was not reading Ranga's stars at all, but he said, what is your star? Means what kind of, you can say, star he had got. And Ranga did not know. Never mind, Shastri indicated with a shake of his head. He did some more calculations before saying in a serious tone, it's about a girl. And after that, again, the Shastri made some calculations and he reached to a conclusion, and he announced that there was something about a girl, and maybe Ranga was interested in a girl and he was thinking about a girl. I had been controlling my laughter all this while, and the narrator knew that all these things would be said by the Shastri, because he had told what was to be said by the Shastri. But now I burst out laughing. I turned to Ranga. Exactly what I said. Who is the girl? It was your humble servant who asked the question. And then the narrator asked from the Shastri that who that girl was, about whom this boy Ranga was thinking about. Ranga thought for a while before replying. She probably has the name of something found in the ocean. And Shastri suggested. He told that maybe this girl's name was related to something that would be found inside an ocean. Maybe, he says, Kamla. Maybe. And then then the narrator suggested, could it be Pachi moss? Must it be moss? If not, if it is not Kamla, why not pearl or Ratna, the precious stone? Ratna, the girl in Ramarao's house is Ratna. Tell me, is there any chance of our negotiations bearing fruit? Now, the Shastri told that maybe it could be Pachi moss, it could be Kamla, or maybe it would be Ratna or some precious stone. And the narrator knew that the name of that girl was Ratna, and he already had made a plan that he wanted to make Ranga believe that he was interested in Ratna. And he told that he asked the Shastri that could they go and ask something from, you can say, could they consult Ratna or her family, or if they would make an effort to get them married, to get Ranga and Ratna married, would it bear fruit? Would it be successful? Definitely, he said, after thinking for some time. And the Shastri again kept quiet for some time, and he said that yes, these negotiations could bear fruit, and maybe they could be successful in getting them married. Means he gave a positive response. There was surprise on Ranga's face and some happiness. I noticed it, and at that time he noticed that Ranga was not only surprised but he was happy also, after knowing that he was interested in Ratna and maybe he could get married to Ratna. But that girl is married, I said. But the narrator again interrupted. He said that the girl Ratna was already married. And then I turned to him. His face had fallen. And then he turned to Ranga and he noticed that Ranga was again disappointed and sad after knowing that she was already married. I don't know all that. There may be some other girl who is suitable. I only told you what our Shastra indicated. But Shastri told the narrator and Ranga that he could tell all these things after reading his stars, and now he could not tell more. And maybe that girl would not be Ratna, but some other girl. We left the place. On the way, we passed by Rama Rao's house. Ratna was standing at the door. I went in alone and came out after a minute. Because after meeting this Shastri, Ranga and the narrator, they went home. But on the way, they found Ratna's house, and Ratna was standing at the doorstep, and the narrator went inside the house, and Ranga was standing outside only. He was waiting for the narrator to come out. Surprising, this girl is not married, it seems. Means after a minute, after some time, he went back out of the house from Ratna's house, or maybe from Rama Rao's house, her uncle. Surprisingly, this girl is not married, it seems. Someone told me the other day that she was. What Shastri told us had turned out to be true after all. But Rangappa, I cannot believe that you have been thinking of her. Swear on the name of Madhvacharya and tell me, is it true what Shastri said? Now, he was testing the patience of Ranga, and he was also testing his mind and his thought. And he actually came out after some time from Ratna's house, and he told Ranga that maybe this was a wrong news that he had got, that the girl was already married, because somebody had told the day before, that this girl Ratna was married. But now he has been told that Ratna was unmarried, and he was really, you can say, surprised to learn that Ranga was thinking about this girl, and he asked him whether he was interested and whatever was said by Shastri was true or not. I do not know whether anyone else would have been direct, Ranga admitted. There is greater truth in that Shastra than we imagine. And at last, Rangappa was really, you can say, he was really convinced, and he admitted that he was really interested in Ratna, and whatever was said by Shastri and his Shastra was absolutely true. And what he said is absolutely true. Shastri was at the well when I went there that evening, and after some time in the evening, the narrator went to Shastri again. He visited Shastri's house, and he said, so Shastri Gale here means Shastri ji, you repeated everything and I had taught you without giving rise to any suspicion. What is the meaning of suspicion? Suspicion means any doubt. And he told that, and he said this to Shastri, and he said that whatever he had taught, whatever he had asked Shastri to speak, that was perfectly said by Shastri. Shastri made no, you can say, mistake in telling them what was there in the mind of Ranga, and their plan was successful in making him believe that he was interested in Ranga, in Ratna. What a marvelous Shastri is. He did not like it at all. Now, this line is very important because this is a critical comment. This is sarcastic. ये कटाक्ष है किसके ऊपर? On the Shastra, on the, you can say, learning of this Shastri, because according to the narrator, whatever he had taught, whatever he has asked Shastri to speak, this was done perfectly by Shastri. But now he said that the Shastra, the, you can say, learning or this skill of reading stars that was there in Shastri was absolutely marvelous. Why? Because he was making fun of his Shastra. He was making fun that, and he said that it was extremely good. What are you saying? What you said to me was what I could have found out myself from the Shastras. Don't forget, I developed on the hints you had given me. But the Shastri got very, you can say, disappointed and sad, and he was really angry with whatever was said about his Shastra and his skill of learning stars by the narrator, because narrator was making fun of his Shastra, of his ability of reading the stars. And he said, and the Shastri was very unhappy, and he said that all these things he could read out without the things that were said and taught by the narrator. But because he was asked to speak all such things, that is why he had done it. But he could read all such things with the help of his Shastra also. He was skillful and he could read anybody's stars. And he, at the same time, he says that he not only said what was told by the narrator, but at the same time he had developed some of the things on his own, because he had been given some of the hints and he had developed the thought. Tell me, is that what a decent man says? Ranga had come the other day to invite me for dinner. What is the occasion? I asked. After some days, Rangappa had come to invite the narrator for dinner, and the narrator wanted to ask. He wanted to know that why he was being invited. What was the occasion? What they are going to celebrate? It is Shama's birthday. He is 3, and this was said by Ranga. Ranga told the narrator that they are going to celebrate Shyama's 3rd birthday. It is not a nice name, Shyam, I said. I am like a dark piece of oil cake. What did you have to give that golden child of yours such a name? Now, this was shocking. That Ranga had a child of 3 years. He had a son and they are going to celebrate his 3rd birthday. It means that Ranga was married. And after some years, he had come to Shyam, to the narrator, and he wanted him to join them for the celebration that night, for the dinner. But the narrator was quite unhappy. He was asking Rangappa that why they had given their beautiful child that name, Shyam, because Shyam actually suits the personality of the narrator. Narrator's name was Shyam, but the Rangappa had given his child also, his son also was given the same name as the narrator had, but it was not, you can say, suitable according to the physical features of the boy, because the boy was very, you can say, beautiful. He was you can say, having very fair skin, but it actually suited with the narrator's skin, because, and at the same time, the narrator said something about himself and it was really, you can say, critical, and he could make fun of himself. This is his quality. He said, I am like a dark piece of oil cake. Why did you have to give that golden child of yours such a name? Why they had given their child that name, Shyam? Because it did not suit that child, but his name was quite, you can say, suitable for him, because he was having that dark skin. What a childish couple you are, Ratna and you. It means that at last Ratna and Ranga got married and they had children also. They had a son who was named after the narrator, because narrator's name was Shyam, so they had given the same name to their first son. Last page number 24. I did not know, Ratna and you. I know, it is the English custom of naming the child after someone you like. Again, there is a hint that the Indian people, they started following the English customs and English ways of life. Not only they have started using English words in their native languages, but they have started their customary things also, because as it was the custom that English people or Britishers, whatever they follow, the people they are impressed with, they are inspired by, they would give the same name to their children also. Or your wife is 8 months pregnant now, and not only they had a son, but Ratna was pregnant again, and she was pregnant for 8 months. Who is there to help your mother to cook? My sister had come with her, and the narrator asked that who is going to prepare the food, and he said that he had asked his sister, means Ranga's sister had come and she is going to prepare the food. I went there for dinner. Shyam rushed to me when I asked in and put his arms around my legs. Means in the evening, the narrator went for the celebrations for the dinner, and when he was entering the house, the boy, that Shyam, that Ranga and Ratna's son, he ran to the narrator and he actually put his arms around the legs of the narrator. I kissed him on his cheek. One Shyam, means the narrator, he kissed the cheeks of the son of Ranga and Ratna, and his name was also Shyam, and placed a ring on his tiny little finger, and he gave a gift of ring. Allow me to take leave of you, reader. I am always here, ready to serve you. You were not bored, I hope. And at last, the narrator is going to take farewell, and he wants us to leave, and he was also leaving, and he was hoping that we would not have bored after listening to his narration and a beautiful story that was written by him and that was told by him about Ranga and how he got married with Ratna. So this is the end of this chapter. I hope you would have liked this story, and in the next session we are going to have the question answers of the textbook and the other extra questions. Till then, stay safe, be safe, take care of yourself. Thank you. Goodbye.